Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cik Sakila. I'm your host for today. So, can you guys introduce yourself?
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Sakina.
And I'm Parim Sahadira.
Okay, so hi, welcome to our talk.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, today we are going to talk regarding inflations. So, in economics, inflation is the rate at which prices increases over a specific time period. Overall, increase in prices and increase in the cost of living in a country are example of inflations. So, do you guys know about the history of inflations?
Can you tell
Okay. Inflation has occurred in Rasulullah SAW time. On Rasulullah SAW time, there was a severe drought during the time of the hymn that resulted in a water crisis, which causes the supply of agricultural items to plummet and many cattle to perish. So because of this, many people are stressed, becoming concerned about this, and have urged Rasulullah to pray to Allah to ask for rain. So Rasulullah prayed and Allah answered by bringing a rain to the nation in 7 days in a row. So the friends was afraid of a major flood. So they requested Rasulullah to pray and ask Allah to stop the rain. And Rasulullah prayed again. So he said, "Oh Allah, let the rain fall around us, not above us." So this shows that mainly in the early period, that the inflation causes is mainly regarding natural disasters and mainly in developing countries. It also highlights that how the people respond in early date on the increasing prices on a product which mostly include the basic necessities. Let's see. Okay, so back to you guys. For speaker one, I want to ask, what are the main causes of inflation?
So the two main causes are natural inflation and human error inflation.
So can you elaborate more regarding these two main causes?
Okay. Natural inflation is caused by various natural factors that humanity cannot avoid, be it by natural disaster or wars. When a natural disaster occurs, various foodstuffs and other agricultural products experience crop failures, so the inventory of these goods has decreased dramatically and there is scarcity. When there is an automatic scarcity of prices will soar. Next, about the human error. Human error is caused by the human activities, firstly corruption and poor administration. High pricing will result from corruption and bad management since producers will raise the production's selling price to cover the extra expenses they incurred. Secondly, excessive tax. This is because the cost of taxes that must be paid to the government must be increased along with the manufacturing cost. The price will rise. The selling price applied with the neighborhood will be impacted if an excessive tax is passed. Thirdly, overprinting money. Overprinting money will raise prices. Therefore, the currency's value will sharply decline, rendering money worthless.
Okay, so I have a question for speaker two. Can you tell me what are the differences between Islamic and conventional approach?
Alright, let's begin with money supply. Islamic economics focus on printing minimal money, ensuring it aligns with real economic needs. This avoids inflation caused by overprinting, which can lead to a rise in price and a decline in currency value. Meanwhile, the conventional system controls the amount of money in circulation through monetary policy, but this approach leads to inflation rather than preventing it, unlike the Islamic system.
So Islamic economic prevents inflation from the start?
Exactly. Now, about idle wealth. In Islamic economics, there's a tax on unused wealth to encourage its use in productive sectors like trade, agriculture, and manufacturing. This balances money circulation with goods and services.
And the conventional system?
Conventional system relies on interest rates for saving and investment but doesn't address idle wealth, which can worsen inflation. Next is the currency system. Islamic economics use dinars and dirhams, which maintain stable value. In contrast, conventional currencies lead to devaluation when overprinted, which leading to inflation. Finally, let's talk about fiscal policy. Islamic fiscal policy avoids deficit by limiting government spending on available revenue. This prevents inflation caused by borrowing or overprinting money. Meanwhile, conventional systems rely on deficit spending, which can stimulate growth but often causes inflation. Therefore, the difference between both approaches is Islamic economic ensures balance and stability and aligned with real economic needs, unlike the conventional system that rely on minimized spending. That's all from me.
Oh, good explanations. Okay, so lastly, if any of you, so what are the solutions to address the main causes?
For me, fiscal and monetary policies are the two tools used by Islamic administration to propose this solution. Um, Firstly, fiscal policy, as Hadira said just now, fiscal policy aims to achieve economic stability, rapid economic growth, and income equality in addition to other goals outlined in Islamic law. Firstly, there are several instruments that can be used in their policies. Firstly, government spending arrangement. In order to accommodate the planning, the government must continue using state budget in order to avoid going over the limit established by that will promote a rise of the money supply. Secondly, increase and decrease tax rates. By maintaining tax rates policies, both the production capacity of products and services and the purchasing power of individuals can be stabilized. Next, increasing the collection and utilization of zakat. The maximum amount of zakat collected can be used for a number of initiatives meant to maintain financial stability. Last, apply the revenue sharing approach to all commercial dealings and with interest. As a result, fiscal policy affect moral improvement, equitable distribution of income and wealth, and elimination of riba in our country. Secondly, monetary policy. By controlling the quantity of money in circulation through the possession of monetary instruments, the central bank implements monetary policy. Firstly, there are three options. Firstly, the central bank's strategy to influence the flow of money by altering interest rates is known as discount policy. Related to the Bank of Sharia is by raising and lowering the rate of revenue Sharia sharing ratio. Secondly, a central bank's policy and the purchase and sale of securities is known as open market operations. Last but not least, the central bank strategies to affect the flow of money by altering how banks display their cash inventories is known as the cash ratio policy. That's all.
Okay, so that concludes our sessions for today. So we are going to have second sessions. So let's go to the second sessions.
So, Assalamualaikum and welcome back for this session. My name is Mohamed Zahir. I'm the host for this second session. So, before we start, could you tell us your name?
My name is Shaira binti Bahrum, just call me Shaira.
Alright, good. How about you, Brother Azri?
My name is Mohamed bin Aslam. You can call me Aslam.
Okay, good. So, for Sister Saira, I would like to ask about nowadays, studying Islamic courses like Islamic finance has become wider. In your perspective, will it help to solve the inflation economy?
Yes, okay. So Islamic financial instruments such as sukuk is an investment that are permissible by the Sharia and also Islamic law. Studying about Islamic finance has been growing firmly in the past few years. When we talk about Islamic finance, it shows that the businesses are in the country will be better because of the Sharia compliances. The inflation economy also can be solved by applying the Islamic finance. There are three principles that Islamic finance involve, which is about usury, about gharar, and maisar.
Sister Saira, can you elaborate?
Yes, okay. What about usury? How riba can cause the inflation economy? When we business take the high loan interest, the loan will include it in the price of the goods or the services. All the costs will be borne by the customers and for sure it will burden them. In Surah Al-Baqarah 275, we can understand that trade is like usury, but Allah has permitted trade and forbidden riba. For second principle is about gharar, which is excessive or deceptive uncertainty of risk. The inflation because of gharar happens when it has transaction or businesses that has speculation. It means that the person that will entrust about the businesses or contract did not know fully regarding their business or the contract. Therefore, it will cause the unstable of supply and demand so that inflation economy will happen. By studying or applying Islamic finance, we can solve inflation economy. In Islamic finance, all the contract must be clear, including the parties, prices, and also the siga. It will help to reduce the uncertainty and stabilize the economy. For the last principle is avoid miser, which is gambling. Gambling refers to excessive speculation activities and not productive. In Islam, gambling is forbidden because it shows that only one party gain the profit significantly at the expenses of another. Inflation economy happens when someone did the speculation to increase the price of asset. Gambling in financial speculation such as cryptocurrency speculation or forex speculation will cause the demand artificial. When the investor buy the asset just for quick profit, the price of asset will increase without any support of real prices. Therefore, Islamic finance deal with gambling through the encouragement based on the asset. In Islamic financial instrument ensure businesses only to productive asset, for instance, the construction of road, building, and also housing areas.
So, what type of sukuk that can solve the inflation economy?
Apart from the three principles of Islamic finance that sukuk must comply, there are also type of sukuk that also can solve the inflation economy. Musyarakah. Musyarakah is restricted to a specific purpose of project. The benefit of musyarakah is the partnership which share the risk, profit, and losses. Moreover, wakala. Wakala is a contract between two parties in which principal nominates or hires an agent to manage their project. Usually, the financial institution choose wakala for their company. For all the principles of Islamic finance, for it proved that studying and applying Islamic finance can help to solve the inflation economy. In the meantime, this situation can be more proven when the another countries, non-Muslim countries, apply the Islamic financial instrument, sukuk, in their country. For example, London. A few decades ago, London applied Islamic finance in their country. Therefore, London was became as the financial center of the world.
Thank you, Sarah, for your explanation. So, we move on to Brother Azri. So, Brother Azri, I would like to ask, in what ways can Islamic economic principle help in promoting price stability?
There are many ways that Islamic principle can help promoting the price stability. Islamic economy play a main role in promoting price stability and ensure fairness. It emphasizes that Islamic economy not only aims to control inflation and ensure balance between demand and supply, but also seek to uphold social justice and welfare.
Brother Azri, can you elaborate more about controlling inflation?
According to Islamic teaching, inflation erodes purchasing power, disrupts economic balance, and harm the society, which is why controlling inflation is crucial. In Islamic finance, which prohibits the interest as well known as riba and encourage risk sharing, for example, mudarabah offer a unique way to approach in managing inflation. Besides that, said that the importance of supply and demands where price should reflect to the true market condition free from manipulation or exploitation. In discuss in discusses the impact of an unethical practice such as an excessive uncertainty and speculation which can distort supply and demand dynamics and create price instability. To support that my answer, scholars like Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Al-Qayyim support that idea that price should be determined naturally by supply and demand forces. But they also advocate for government intervention when necessary for protecting the consumer or and ensure fairness. In conclusion, the article in conclusion, Islamic economic principle offer a framework that integrates ethical conduct, government oversights, and market mechanism to achieve price stability and long-term economic welfare.
Alright, thank you, Brother Azri. So, we move on. We moving on to the next question, which is my question. Sounds like, does digital currency influence inflation in the modern Islamic economy? So, to address this question, digital money, also known as electric money or e-money, is currency or asset that exists and are managed digitally. It can only be used through devices like computer, smartphone, or other internet-connected tools. Cryptocurrency, a type of digital money, was on a global network using a technology called blockchain. Blockchain is a secure public record of transaction protected by encryption to create and manage the currency. However, cryptocurrency have many weaknesses which lead to inflation in economy. These weaknesses are it has no control from the central bank, vulnerable to hacking, high crime risk, which is money laundering, and purchasing illegal goods, garau, which means uncertainty, can cause losses, gambling, and has no regulation in most Muslim countries. So, to sum up, cryptocurrency do not meet the Sharia law requirement for sila, such as having a physical form, real value, clear ownership, and the ability to be delivered. However, cryptocurrency could impact inflation in Islamic economies, but its effect depends on how it is used and accepted in Islamic finance. While some Islamic countries have banned cryptocurrency due to issues like price instability, others countries are working on creating digital currency that follow Sharia principle. The impact of cryptocurrency on inflation in Islamic economies depend on each country's stand and acceptance of the technology. So that's all for the session. Thank you. Alright. So to conclude the talk from these two sessions, which is session 1 and 2, I can say that inflation increases living costs and harm developing countries. Islam identifies its main causes as excessive fiat money and unethical practice like riba and hoarding. Solution includes fair trade, ethical finance, and using real assets. Islamic finance fight inflation by promoting fairness, wealth sharing, and avoiding interest. It also ensures price stability through zakat, anti-hoarding rules, and ethical resource use. Digital currency like crypto cannot help because they are volatile, speculative, and not backed by real asset, which goes against Islamic principle. In short, Islam offers ethical solution for managing inflation and creating a stable economy. So that's all for in this video. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.